We're here at the Dakota Williams house in Abbeville, Louisiana, and we attempted to do a little frog hunting yesterday. I think it was the first day in the history of Louisiana where there was no bullfrogs in sight.
A little rough last night.
We're gonna make a really cool dish with these crazy, enormous, wonderful bullfrogs.
Yeah, luckily somebody went out and caught some.
This is a pretty classic Cajun dish.
I think sauce piquant and etouffee are probably what you see the most of out here. So I've got a bunch of different peppers here. This is the hard part of cooking with chilies for me, but you could really ruin a dish if the chilies are really hot.
Like some people see a recipe, it's like 2 jalapenos. They'll put 2 jalapenos in there, but they're not tasting the jalapenos.
Yeah, they could be completely bland or they could be ripping hot. Wow, good. That's not too hot. It's good. This is our Cajun spice that we use at the restaurants. But the idea of this spice mix is not really to make the food spicy, but to give it that snap, and a little bit of heat. And to me, that's what these fresh chilies do, is that you can really impart a chili flavor without burning your mouth up.
Funny when you ask people what is Cajun food, and you'd be surprised how many people don't really know the difference between Creole and Cajun.
What do you think?
My opinion is Creole is a more refined with a little more French influence, more of a city, downtown sort of thing, in a finer restaurant, and Cajun being a little more rural and country.
I'd say that's accurate. And it's really from the land. The real gist of it is that they're raising their own food and they're growing their own vegetables. And I think that's the true spirit of true Cajun cooking.
So you rarely see them whole like this when you buy them from a
Yeah, when you get them from
purveyor.
a purveyor, they're usually cut. The bright side of not catching frogs last night is we got to skip the whole bloody mess of frog cleaning. The meat is so clean, man.
Yeah.
I just really love the flavor of it. It's like, you could say frogs taste like chicken, but they don't. They taste like frogs.
Like it, yeah. Some of my earliest memories of food were eating frog and just being a kid and always catching them and, chasing them around, scaring people with them. It was just so cool to eat something that someone was terrified of.
It's a good catch right there. We really did catch all these yesterday. The cameras, they couldn't get the battery working or something about the audio. By the time the cameras got on, we were all, couldn't catch anything after that.
All right, it's fry time.
Fry time. You could just make a roux and then throw the vegetables in and do it like that, but
you're gonna get so much more depth.
Yeah, I like searing it first because it almost makes it fond in the bottom of the pot. Sometimes they kick.
Whoa. Looking good, look at this.
That's some good focus there. How does it feel to be cooking something?
Love it, man.
Cooking is why I got into this in the first place.
Dude, what is better than drinking beer and cooking frog legs? Nothing. The best.
That'd be good. Let's see, how did these come out? We got any cooked?
Oh yeah, there's a couple that are falling apart.
We're not even gonna make the sauce piquant today. We're just gonna eat all the frog legs right now.
Once you taste something like that, that's what motivates you to get out there for 7 hours and hunt those things down.
Yeah, let's go back tonight.
Yes, exactly.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, new spot.
All right, so we're gonna use a spatula. This is definitely
that's the good stuff. Oh yeah,
what we want to get off. I can't for the life of me bring myself to ever measure this out.
Yeah.
Because it's just basically what I'm looking for. It's a feeling. I think it's 2 handfuls for this. Trust me, nobody follows a recipe for this. It's everyone's personal touch and personal character and soul that goes into the dish. See, what I'm smelling for right now is that roux. I
just turned.
Smell it. Yeah, it just got hot. So I would go ahead and say we'll just go for it now. This is one of my absolute favorite smells in the world right here. When those vegetables hit that roux, yeah. I'm gonna throw the chilies in too.
All right. This looks so good.
I know, it's so good like that. I think just a little bit for acid.
See, that's what's cool about cooking is like you just go with whatever feels right. Like you look at it and you make a change. It's like,
well, this is to me, it's like we got a nice roux, we got a nice fond. I think we're, see, I'm just changing the direction from more of a sauce piquant to a little more of a smothered frog leg.
Yep.
This is the frog stock we made on camera. Now this needs to simmer a while. 2 reasons. One, we need to get the oil to come up. Just to let all the flavors marry and cook the flour taste out.
Meantime,
time. We'll eat everything that's supposed to go in here. I always try to aim for this sauce to be thinner than the finished product, because when you put all the floured, pre-seared meat back in it, it adds that thickener to it. Yeah, this is delicious.
I think we're ready to eat this, man. Look at that.
Yeah, notice how it's changed.
It's like completely different now. So we're gonna eat it with grits today, which is kind of, I guess, maybe a sin here.
I wouldn't serve it with grits here.
No, you might get
obviously
deep trouble.
we're in the heart of rice country.
For me, this is cool, like a cool sort of mashup of shrimp and grits. And in Charleston, we use grits and rice kind of interchangeably. And these grits are some of the best I've ever had.
That's what you call a nap on a plate right there.
Yep, it is. This will put you down. That's what happens when I come to Louisiana.
Gravy and grits. Sounds like a James Brown song, doesn't it? So we have the frog sauce piquant.
Not much better than that.
Good job, man.
Likewise.